So I will just quickly revise yesterday's class. So yesterday what we have done first is we have installed the plugin which is WooCommerce, which gives all the feature for a WooCommerce website. So we don't have to do everything manually. So the first product what we have created is a simple product. So in simple product we don't have any variations. So like if we are selling any jacket, so jacket is a free size. I'm not putting any size for that. Or if I am selling a washing machine, so it is not having more of the variation. That is just one kind of washing machine. So that is our simple product. So now coming to our variable product. So variable product means if I am having different kind of attributes for any of the product, so that comes under a variable product. So in variable product, yesterday we have taken a t-shirt for which we had two variations, that is size and color. So what we did is we created two attributes, size and color, and then we created all the variations. Okay. So today we are going to see grouped product. So now what exactly is grouped product? So if I talk about a pen drive or a power bank. So yesterday you guys have taken the images of power bank or the flash drive. So that comes under your group product. Okay. So we will create a group product now. So for creating product, you can create it from here, new and a product, or else from here you will get a product option. So product and add new. So I want to sell a power bank. So I give long description. For time being, I'm giving the dummy text, lorem ipsum gypsum, whatever it is. Then go down and we put the short description. Okay. Then we come up. So now we are going to click on group product. So for this particular group product, we don't have to give the SKU. So in group product, what happens is multiple products are going to be shown at one place. So as the name says, multiple product are going to be shown at one place. So in this case, what we have to do is we have to create simple products first. So now I want to sell power bank. So power bank is of 10,000 mAh. Say three models are there: 5,000 mAh, 10,000 mAh, and 20,000 mAh. So what we have to do now is we have to create three simple products of 5,000 mAh, 10,000 mAh, and 20,000 mAh, and then we have to create a group product, and we have to link simple products to this group product page. Okay. So once that is done, then we have to link up in here. So I will add some images in this group product. Now publish. So we'll come and edit this product later. So this is a group product. So now what I do is I will create three simple products. So previously we have created a page which is the power bank, which is a group product page. So now we are going to create three simple products. So that is 5000 mAh, and in here you don't have to give the description, long description and short description, because that is going to be taken from the main group product page. So now I have to give the price for this. So say this is of 1000 rupees. I'm giving an offer of 500. Now inventory. So for this individual SKU, you have to give the inventory. So AZL 00001. How many of this? I have 50, and low threshold. So once it reaches 10, then let me. Product image, and then you can put the category, you can put the tags. And one important thing, when you are creating simple product, your catalog visibility has to be hidden. So you can see here catalog visibility. So I click on edit, I click on hidden, and I click on OK, and then I publish. So once again, how we have created the simple product, you have to give the title, and in title you don't have to write any power bank and all. What exactly is the capacity of that particular power bank? uh, that is 5000 mAh, 10,000 mAh, and if you are putting the flash drive 32 GB, 64 GB, so only that we have to give in here. Then we have to give the pricing, and we have to give the inventory and catalog visibility for this particular simple product. It has to be. So catalog visibility is going to come from here on the right hand side. So now everyone create simple products with catalog visibility as hidden. So now what you have to do is you have to create the group product now. So everyone see here. So what I did, I already created the group product. So I will go to all products, and this is my group product. So I will edit this. So what you guys have to do is you have to create a new product, and that new product is going to be a group product. So in this group product we have to give the description. So in simple product we haven't given the description, but in here I have to give long description, I have to give short description, and then this product data has to be group product data. So now I will not give anything in here, I just click on linked product. So on linked product I can see two things, one is group product and one is upsell. So upsell is like when we go to Amazon, if I am purchasing a mobile phone, it will suggest that you have purchased a mobile phone, you might be interested in purchasing a memory card. People who have purchased this product has also purchased this product. So this is a kind of upsell. So if you want to upsell any other product along with this, that you can do, but this is not required for now. What we are going to do is we are creating a group product. So I have already created simple product, so you have to remember what is the name of the simple product you have given. So I have taken 5000 mAh. So you can see as soon as I type in here, it automatically pops up. So I select this, then 10,000 and 20,000. So that simple products are now grouped inside one product. So product image you have to give in here, you have to give gallery, and you can define the category. You can give the tags for this page, not for the simple product because they are hidden, and then you have to publish. So once it is published, now I go to my shop page. So now it is done. So previously nothing was coming in here, but right now you can see a price came once we update it. So when I click on this, you can see it is coming like this: 5000 mAh, 10,000 mAh, and 20,000 mAh. And individual, you can see pricing is also being shown in here, and how many quantity of each stock is there, it is also shown in here. So if anyone is searching for power bank, so he or she might be searching for say 5000 mAh. So if you're creating individual listing, so that person is looking for 5000 mAh, he will come to that page and he will purchase it. But if you're listing it like this, you can upsell some of the product. So if price difference is not much, so say 5000 mAh is of 500, 1000 mAh is of 700. So people might think, okay, why not go with 10,000 mAh, because it is a difference with only 200 rupees. So now here you are gaining extra business of 200 rupees. So that is the advantage when we are going to create a group product. So from here, if anyone wants to add at a time, if they want to take one, this one, this one, this one, so at a time they can add all and add to cart. So now it's done. Okay, so everyone try it. So now create the group product page. So now when I scroll down, we have seen simple product, we have seen group product, we have seen variable product, external and affiliate product. So this we are going to do when we are learning affiliate marketing. So we can see two other things in here. One is virtual and one is downloadable. So now what exactly is the difference between virtual and downloadable? So now everyone knows what is the condition outside. So people are not going outside, they are working from home. Many people lost their job sitting at home. Many people want to learn from home. There are a lot of students who are unable to go to colleges and all, but they want some kind of online classes. So you can give some online classes, so that comes under virtual. So virtual means physically it is not present, virtually using online medium you are training that particular person. So say I am creating a product name, make money sitting at home, and I give all the description in here. So now the price for this is 10,000. I'm giving it double nine, double. So see, this is a virtual product. So I go to inventory, I click on manage stock. So do we require stock for this? It is not required. Why? Because this is a virtual product. So if you are selling 1 lakh in number also, it is a virtual product. You can sell it, but you have to make sure that you are selling this virtual product for some limited period of time. Say you want to start the classes from 1st May. So you can take unlimited registrations because you just have to log in and you have to teach everyone. So at a time, people can attend from anywhere around the world. So in this case, I don't give the inventory. So you have to give the category, you have to give product tags, you have to give product image, and you have to give product gallery. If you want product gallery or else just the image, one work from home kind of image is fine. So this becomes your virtual product. Then you publish. Now coming to your downloadable product. Say you are having some video, or else you are having some audio, or else you are having some files, PDF files. So you want to sell that online. So these are all digital products. So what I do now is I create a simple downloadable product. So this is ebook on how to make. So I'm selling this ebook. So I click on downloadable. So regular price is 5,000. Sale price is 4,999. So this is a downloadable file. So as soon as anyone purchase this, they are going to get an email that you have purchased this particular product. Here is the link, you can download it from here. So you have to click on add file. So file name, make money ebook or make money online ebook. Now choose file. So you have to choose the file in here. So we have discussed in class how to upload a file in your root folder. So you can upload that file in the root folder and you can provide the URL in it. So if anyone clicks the link, automatically that particular file is downloaded on their system. So do you want to give any download limit? If yes, so say this person who has purchased my product can download only 5 times. So first time he has downloaded, deleted, again downloaded, deleted. Third time he went to some other place, he want to access from here. So he has downloaded again. So like this, he can download a maximum of 5 times. If sixth time he is trying to access this link to download the product, then he will get a message that your download limit has been exhausted. So he has to purchase the product again. So now download expiry, if I give 30. So he has to download the product within 30 days. and within 30 days a maximum of 5 times he can download, not more than. So this is the limit. So if you wish, you can set the limit, or else you can keep as unlimited, your wish. Then you can put image, gallery, and rest all are same. So quickly everyone create one virtual product and one downloadable product. Now see, it is very simple to create e-commerce website. Now you guys understood. It is not that difficult. When we see any e-commerce website, we feel like, oh wow, this website is looking so great. It might have taken so much of time. But many website on WordPress, it is very easy to create. So you can create a e-commerce website for yourself, or you can also create for your clients, and you might charge it 10,000, 20,000 rupees, and for uploading 10 to 20 products. And again, if they want more products to be uploaded, you can charge 500 or 1000 rupees for uploading one product. So like this you can start making money by giving this services as well. Yeah, so now what else we have to do, we'll just see here. Everyone just halt wherever you are. So we have created all the products. So for now, physical products are not running, so you can start creating a digital products. So if I go to your website, anyone's website, on the right hand side, I can see the recent post, comments, and all. So this might look good, this might not look good. So what I do is I am going to put something else in here, because this is a I am creating a e-commerce platform, so I will be putting something else. So everyone go to appearance and widget. So now everyone listen and follow my instruction. So on your laptop or desktop, click on appearance and widgets. So on the right hand side, can you see WooCommerce sidebar or WooCommerce bar? Can anyone see that? When you go to the appearance and widget, can you see WooCommerce sidebar or WooCommerce bar?
The sidebar is visible, sir.
Yeah, only sidebar. Okay, so now what you do is just expand sidebar, and whatever is there, just remove it. Whatever is there in the sidebar, remove everything. So now your sidebar is empty. Okay, so we are going to put some widgets of WooCommerce. So from the left hand side, you can see available widgets. So I scroll down and you can see cart. So what I will do is I will just use this cart in my sidebar, add widget. Okay. So everyone add cart in your widget, and the second widget you have to add is filter products by price. Filter product by price. So these two widgets you have to add. One is cart and one is filter products by price. So you can keep filter products by price at the top, and below that you can keep cart. So once done, you don't have to save anything because widgets automatically gets saved and activated. Okay. Okay, now see here. So when I go to the shop page, I get this particular thing, filter by price. So I do not want to spend more amount in any product. I want to spend a maximum of 1,000 rupees. So I thought, okay, chalo, I have a budget of 1,000 rupees. I will go and surf the website, and I will see if anything is till 1,000 rupees. I will think whether to purchase or not. So in 1,000 rupees, these two products are there. So the person who is looking for something, they can click and they can take the product. So now again, I am making the things easier for my customer. So you can see filter by price. You can see the cart in here. So now it looks better. Now say I want to purchase this t-shirt. Okay. So a lot of product in the cart. 19,849. Okay. Proceed to checkout. So you can see the PayPal is here. So you have already installed InstaMojo. We'll see that. So we have to insert the payment gateway now. So if payment gateway is there, then job done for your e-commerce website. So for putting payment gateway, we are having different options. So the best payment gateway for Indians, we have Razor Pay and InstaMojo. So these are the two payment gateway. So inside this payment gateway, you will have the option to pay by credit card, by debit card, by wallet, and lot of options. What you see on other websites, you will have all the options in here as well. So you can create an account as an individual. So if you create as a business, then it is going to ask for GST and all, so that you guys don't have. So if anyone is having GST number, you can register as a business. So now for this, we have to install a plugin. So say I want InstaMojo. So so you have to search for InstaMojo for WooCommerce. So you have to install this and you have to activate. So once that is done, you have to go to WooCommerce settings and payments. So you have to go to WooCommerce settings and payments. So you are going to get that particular option of InstaMojo. Okay, Rajesh. But if you are registering as a business, it is going to ask for GST number. If you are registering as individual, it is not going to ask for GST number. So if you say business, it means GST number. So like that, they have created their website. So right now I have cash on delivery and PayPal checkout option. So InstaMojo also you will be getting in here. So once that is set up, your online platform is done. So like this you can create a e-commerce website. So once you have created an e-commerce website, so what is the next step? I want traffic on my website. So for getting traffic, what I do, I do the advertisement. So for doing advertisement, what is the first step? We have to create a Google Merchant Center account. So after creating Google Merchant Center account, we have to insert the feed. And once feed is created, then we go to Google Ads and we create a shopping ad. Okay, so now see here. So once we have created our e-commerce platform, now we have to advertise. So we have already discussed. So for advertisement, for doing any shopping campaign, what we require is Google Merchant Center account. Okay. So in Google Analytics, we have seen Google Merchandise Store. Okay. So don't get confused into Merchandise Store and the Merchant Center. So Merchandise Store is a sales platform. So this is a e-commerce portal of Google. And Google Merchant Center is a place where you create a feed to do shopping campaign. So what we have to do now is just go to Google and search for Google Merchant Center. So you will see Merchant Center, Google for retail. You have to click on this and you have to get started. Okay, get started. Yeah, get started once again. Yeah. So now here you have to configure the details. So whatever it is asking, you have to enter in here. Your display name, your business name, and then continue. Yeah, you can select it. Send me updates with tips and practices. Okay. Yeah, continue. So now shopping ads. Click on shopping ads. Okay, continue. Yeah, create account. Okay, fine. Now see everyone here. So we'll set up this shopping ad. So I will click on setup on shopping ad. Now here you have to give your website URL. Yeah, save. Click on save. Okay. So now what it says verified but unclaimed. So we have done lot of code, which we have used lot of code. We have seen Google Analytics, remarketing, and conversion tracking. So these all codes we have used on our website. So using the same email ID, he has created his merchant center account. So that is the reason by default it is verified. Now he has to claim his website. So for claiming, we have to click on claim URL. Okay, so now it is verified and it is claiming. So once you have claimed your website and once you have verified your website, then only you can do the ads. So once your URL is claimed, then I click on products. So I have to add a product or else I have to create a feed. So it is best to create a feed. So inside a feed you can give multiple products. So previously we didn't had this particular option to add a product one by one. They just had the option to create a feed, and in feed you can give one product or you can give multiple products. So recently they have introduced this one. So we create a feed. So now everyone concentrate here. So country of sale, where you are selling this product, language. So destination is shopping ads. So why we are creating this feed? So that we use it in the shopping ad. So continue. Now primary feed name. So say you want to sell something related to electronics. So inside electronics, you are having various kind of products. It can be mobile, it can be washing machine, it can be refrigerator, it can be anything. Or else say I want to sell shoes. So what I do is I will create a feed with the name shoes. So in this particular feed, I will be putting all the product which are only and only shoes, nothing else. So similar to this, I can create multiple feeds. So it will be easy for us to identify, okay, this feed is having only shoes, this feed is having only mobiles, this feed is having baby products. So like this, we can identify. So we are going to list shoes. So I have created a feed name which is shoes. So this feed, we have to input lot of details. So what I say is Google Sheet. You will make updates to your product data in the Google Sheet and they are automatically be applied to your account. So we are going to take the Google Sheet. So automatically a Google Sheet is going to be created inside your this Gmail account and we are going to input all the details. Now continue. So what it says, generate a Google Sheet or else select an existing one. So right now this is the first time I'm doing using this particular account. So we have to generate a new sheet. So now create feed. Okay. Allow. Okay, so you can see the feed is created. So now what I do is I open this particular sheet. So once I open this sheet, by default I am having a lot of things which I have to input in. Okay, so now everyone configure this and come to this particular sheet. So now here the first thing is ID. So ID is nothing but unique identification number. So that is SKU on our website. So we have opened one product in Amazon. So that is shoes. Just open it and take the unique identification number. So what is the unique identification number on Amazon? Yesterday we are seeing what is the unique identification number. Yeah, correct. So copy it properly. So that is known as ASIN, Amazon Selling Index Number. So this is unique for each and every product. So we'll copy this and we'll paste it here. Now title. So go back. No. Title you have to copy. So whatever is the title, the same thing you have to copy and you have to paste it here. Okay, yeah, paste. Now next is your description. No, let it be. Don't expand or else it will go long. So description. So whenever you are pasting anything in here, you have to paste. Yeah, just wait once, Raghu. Just wait. So whenever you are pasting anything in here, you have to paste it in the formula bar. So this particular area is known as formula bar. So if you are copying a big description also, if you are pasting in formula bar, it is going to be pasted inside this cell only. But if you click in here and you paste, then what will happen? It will go to multiple cells. So we have to paste every time in the formula bar. Okay, continue. So you have to take the description. So see, you can take this description or else just scroll down a little bit more. So we have two description. So you see the description is here. Yeah. So just copy the first para here and we'll paste it there in the formula bar. Yes. And okay. So now description is done. So you have to paste the link. So link is nothing but URL of the product. So go back to Amazon. So URL of the product, no, we are not going to copy this big URL. So if you copy till asyn, so that is the URL. Till asyn, if you copy, that is the URL. No need of copying all the extra things. So they are a kind of tracking code. Okay. So this is the link of the product. Now you just see if I am opening a new tab, if I open a new tab and I paste that URL, so it is till asyn and I press enter, the same product opens. So that is the extra things are all tracking codes. Yeah. So now coming to the condition. So what is the condition of the product? New, old. So it is a new product. You will be selling new product. It is not OLX that you are selling old products on your website. It is the e-commerce portal. So you will just give new, NEW, new. Okay. Now what is the price of the product? So right now on Amazon they are not shipping these products, so prices are not available. So you can just put 1000 rupees there. So say whatever is the selling price on the website, the same selling price you have to put it here. Now how much stock you have? No, not yes. Wait. So availability is how much stock you have. You have 5, you have 10, you have 20, so that you have to put in here. So put 20. So this is your total number of stock. Next is image link. Okay, go to Amazon. Now click and open this. Yeah, click and open this image. Right click on the image, copy image address. Copy image address. Yeah, now go and paste. So image is being copied now. Okay. Now open a new tab and paste this link and press enter. Okay. So this is the URL of the image where it has been uploaded. Okay. Now coming to GTIN and MPN. So GTIN is nothing but Global Trade Index number. So GTIN is Global Trade Index number, and MPN is your manufacturer part number. So if you are selling in any international company, then these things are required, GTIN and MPN. So as we are selling only in India, so these things are not required. The international products which are being shipped in different countries, they are going to have these numbers, GTIN and MPN. So for us, it is not required. So directly come to brand. So now this shoes is of which brand?
Sparks.
Bolt. No, on the you can see Bolt men's smart black running shoes. So this is Bolt, BOLTT. So this is the company. So you can put the brand name and then Google product category. So shoes, but that is wrong. So in here, what we have to do is, so we have to go to Google and we have to find for a file which is Google taxonomy file. Okay, Google taxonomy file. So you can see on the top Google product taxonomy. So I'll click on this. Okay, so this is the file. So I have to download. So on this link, okay, on the third link, Google underscore product underscore category. Now you have to open this one. So in this, you will get two files. So on the top, which we were clicking, it was directly giving the file which is in text format. So I don't want the text format. I will download it in Excel format. So those who are having MS Word, you can download Excel file. Those who don't have can download text file. Okay, now in this sheet you have to find the product. Like this product is what? Shoes. So you have to do a control F and you have to find shoes in here. So if you are having mobile, you have to find for mobile. If you are having some other accessories, you can find for that particular accessories. Okay, so now we'll find for shoes. Yeah, find next. So you can see shoes in here. So on the first column, you can see something 5387 or 6387. So whatever is the number in here, you have to copy this number and you have to paste it in there, Google product category. So it is 6387. So for shoes, so you can find exact specific. So you will be getting casual shoes, running shoes and all. So you have to check everything properly. You have to copy this and you have to paste it in Google product category. So this number has to be pasted, not shoes or anything. So if you are searching for mobiles, in mobiles also there are a lot of things. So you have to be careful. Now see, I am searching for mobile. So baby mobile accessories. So if I am selling OnePlus 7, so is it a baby mobile accessories? No. Then I have baby mobiles. No. Then I have MP3 players and mobile. No. Then I have mobile phone accessories. No. So what I am selling is mobile. So here is the right category, which is 267. So this is a huge sheet. You have to find the right code and you have to in the Google product category. Okay. Now the last thing what we have to do in this is, as we are not using GTIN and MPN, so that is global trade index number and manufacturer part number, we are going to include one more column in here, so that is identifier exists. So do not make any spelling mistake. It is identifier exist. It is not exit. EXIT is exit and EXISTS is exist. So identifier exist is false. So I don't have the identifier. So now your sheet is ready and you can start doing your campaign. But there is one more requirement, so that we'll see later. So once this sheet is done, now everyone has created the sheet. So if it is done, just ping done. So once the sheet is created, it automatically saves. You just have to close it. Yeah, Parveen, I think you forgot the steps there. The same way we have verified previously. I told many times in the class that you are going to do a lot of verification, and these are the steps you have to follow. Same steps. We'll see it later. Okay, those who are done, just ping done. Any issues, just wait. We'll resolve it.
ತುಂಬಾ.
Raghu, you can mute your mic. Yes, ID means ASIN on Amazon. So for ID on your website, it is SKU. So for your website, it is SKU. Around 187 shoes, apparel and accessories and shoes. Yeah, it is correct. So shoes comes under apparel and accessories. So if you want to be more specific, like running shoes, formal shoes, so you can check further. Yeah, Praveen, share your screen. Share your screen and give me the access to your keyboard and mouse. Are you getting option to give me access? Okay. Okay, if you are not getting, just go to your merchant center account. Here, the fourth one, fourth tab. Yeah, so what it says, add an HTML tag to my home page. Click, you have clicked on that. Now copy and paste the meta tag. So you have to copy this and you have to paste in the header section. Yeah, go to settings, header and footer, not here home. Settings, insert header and footer. No, no, no. Settings, insert header and footer. Yeah, you have to remember this. Everyone has to remember this. I see many of the people forget this step. Yeah, now paste this in the header. No, you okay? Go down. Save. Yeah, go back and verify URL. Yeah, others done with the sheet. The connection to your server timed out. Yeah, again click on verify URL. Yeah, claim URL. Okay, done. So see if you are getting any errors for everyone, just refresh or else do it again. So most of the times it get fixed. So this is the last column. You have to enter identifier exists as false. Okay, now everyone go to your Google Ads and create a shopping campaign. Go to Google Ads and create a shopping campaign. Create a campaign without goal. Shopping. Yeah. So what it says? No, no, no. Wait, wait, wait. So what it says? No linked account. So select a linked account with products to advertise in this campaign. Okay, so it is mandatory that you should have a Google Merchant Center account and you have to link the account with your Google Ads. Then only you are going to be able to create shopping ad. Clear? So without having a Google Merchant Center account and without linking it with your Google Ads, you cannot do a shopping ad. So now we'll link it. So everyone see on the screen now. So we go to Google Merchant Center. Okay. So now you have to click on this setting and you have to click on linked accounts. So once we are on the screen, it is going to show you Google Ads customer ID. So that is 84916269978. So this you have to verify before clicking. So I go to Google Ads and here you can see the ID. So is it same, Raghu? It is not properly visible. Just check both the IDs. Is it same? Yeah, it's same. Okay, so after verifying that it is the right account, then you will click on link. Yeah, click on link. Okay, so account link needs to be confirmed in Google Ads. So now go to Google Ads, click on the bell icon. Yeah, so you can see one merchant center account link request pending. Yeah, click on view. View details. Approve. Okay, go to your merchant center, refresh. Okay, so now it is linked. So now you will be able to create your Google shopping ads. Yeah, click there and create ad now. Okay, so you can see your Google merchant center account ID is being shown in here now. So now your account is linked, you are ready to do the campaign. Yeah, continue. Yeah, you can create. Give the campaign name. Same thing what we have discussed previously. Same process, campaign name. How do we give the campaign name? You have to put the company name in the campaign name. Okay, now bidding will be what? Bidding will be, click on maximum clicks. So maximum clicks is now whatever is appearing on your Google search engine result page. For that we keep the bidding strategy as clicks, because if clicks are not happening, then with impression it is not going to help me much. If anyone is seeing the shopping ad, now they cannot see the URL of the website, so they cannot remember anything. They will just see, okay, image is there. And if they are seeing any search ad, until and unless they click, they cannot remember the text and all. So that is the reason we give the bidding strategy as maximum clicks. Okay, now give the budget. Okay, now targeting, you can search partner not required. Yeah, just wait. No, don't do so fast. Now include YouTube, Gmail, and Discovery ad. So is it required? So this is a image kind of ad. So yes, it is required. Okay. Now devices, by default it will take all. Location, India, start and end date. You can set up. Yeah, start and end date and save and continue. Okay. So here we have two options. One option is product shopping and one option is showcase shopping. So the first option is the regular one which was there earlier, and from long this option is only happening. So they have introduced a new one which is showcase shopping. So if I select the first one, this which is product shopping, so you see I don't have to create any ad. So on the top, are we getting anything to create ad? No. Set up ad group, save, and your job is done. You just have to give the ad group name. So by default, automatically Google is going to create the ad for you using the feed. Job done. Simple. And your shopping ad is completed. So if you do not want that, you want to showcase your product. So you want to create your own ad. So you have to click on showcase shopping. So when I click on this, if you see on the top, a new thing came which is create ad. And when I click on this, it is not there. So this is not required in shopping ad. So this is more than enough. But if you wish, you can go with this. So in next step, you will have the option to create ad. So you can create the ad and your job is done. Okay. So your shopping campaign is complete. So this is all about your e-commerce marketing.